What's cooking, WWE Nation? This is Ringside Insider, bringing you fresh wrestling heat every day. Smash subscribe and let's jump right in. The arena was still buzzing after Survivor Series, with fans speculating endlessly about the identity of the masked attacker when Monday Night Raw delivered an unforgettable moment. The lights dimmed, the Titantron flickered, and a shadowy figure appeared in the aisle, walking with a deliberate, unhurried intensity. Flanked by Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed, Jon Moxley emerged and the crowd erupted, not with cheers but with a stunned hush. That simple hand raise changed everything. The what-if scenario fans had been dreaming about had come to life. The mysterious assailant who targeted CM Punk at Survivor Series was revealed as Moxley. This wasn't just a shocking swerve, it was a narrative opportunity, a way to elevate storytelling and create months of suspense, tension, and dramatic payoff. Why this makes narrative sense. From a storytelling perspective, Moxley joining the faction works because it aligns perfectly with his established persona. He's unpredictable, intense, and merciless, a perfect complement to a group led by a strategic mastermind. The attack on Punk isn't random anymore. It's intentional, personal, and calculated, giving Punk a real emotional reason to hunt down his assailant. This reveal adds layers to both characters, Punk's moral code versus Moxley's anarchic approach, and the faction's calculated threat versus the raw unpredictability Moxley brings. By turning the masked attack into a deliberate act, WWE could create a story where every match, promo, and backstage interaction gains meaning, heightening stakes week after week. Building the suspense on Raw. The best way to present this reveal is methodically. Raw could open with cryptic vignettes and surveillance footage from Survivor Series, showing blurred glimpses of the masked attacker's boots, a fleeting hand, or a shadowy hood. Throughout the night, the faction cuts promos emphasizing the necessary darkness and forging a new legacy, building tension without giving away the twist. When the arena goes black and a single spotlight reveals a shoulder tattoo, fans instantly recognize the figure without a word. Moxley doesn't need to announce himself. His presence, posture, and aura do the talking. That moment of recognition, paired with a short, gut-punching line like, "You think Punk deserved mercy?" instantly reframes the Survivor Series attack as a deliberate and high-stakes story beat. Moxley's role within the faction. Moxley adds a visceral, unpredictable edge to the group. He's the kind of performer who can execute chaotic, high-impact moments without ever smiling or drawing attention to himself. His inclusion strengthens the faction's credibility, making them feel like a real threat. From a booking standpoint, he can handle the dirty work, striking fear into opponents and keeping baby faces on edge. Character-wise, it's believable. Moxley thrives on bending or breaking rules, which complements the faction's mission to rewrite the playing field. The combination of strategic leadership and raw physicality ensures the group feels formidable, compelling audiences to invest emotionally in every feud or match. Elevating Punk's storyline, revealing Moxley as Punk's attacker adds new depth to Punk's arc. He's no longer just reacting to a faceless threat. He's hunting someone with a history and a reputation for calculated violence. This transforms Punk into a more focused, methodical protagonist, allowing for a slow-burn revenge story rather than a series of reactive matches. Punk's promos become sharper, less reactive, and more obsession-driven, with the audience emotionally invested in each calculated move he makes. It's a storytelling shift that can sustain months of programming, building toward a climactic showdown where all the tension and strategy pay off. In-ring strategy and chaos. Moxley's presence changes how matches unfold. Opponents can no longer assume a standard rule-bound contest. He introduces unpredictability, brawling outside the ring, using objects, and creating chaotic sequences that disrupt standard pacing. This forces babyfaces to adapt with endurance, strategy, and timing. Matches could include mid-segment attacks, late-game interventions, and orchestrated chaos that keeps audiences guessing. By blending controlled unpredictability with deliberate storytelling, WWE could deliver must-see moments while generating short-form viral content suitable for social media platforms. Cinematic presentation of the angle. To maximize impact, vignettes and cinematic elements should be cinematic but grounded. Moxley could appear in dimly lit diners, quietly explaining his philosophy through actions rather than words, while Punk is shown at home reflecting on the attack, intercutting faction members' planning. Heyman whispering to Breakker or Reed preparing physically adds layers to the narrative. Close-up shots of micro-expressions like Punk's jaw clench, Breakker's calculating smile, or Moxley's bored eyes give authenticity and make the story feel lived in rather than staged for ratings. These beats make the eventual reveal feel earned and emotionally charged. Short, medium, and long-term booking short-term, Moxley can act as a wild card, ambushing matches, attacking targets, or creating DQ finishes that keep him fresh. Medium term, he could transition into a singles program against Punk, interspersed with tag or gauntlet matches to maintain visibility. Long term, his presence allows for faction tension. His methods may clash with Breakker's desire for respect, seeding potential betrayals, or he could become the steadfast enforcer keeping the group together. Each path offers opportunities for story arcs, cross-brand feuds, or championship storylines, providing flexibility and replay value for months of programming. Controlling audience reactions. The reveal will polarize fans. Hardcore audiences love unpredictability, while casual fans crave payoff. To manage reactions, WWE could release a two-tiered content strategy. Immediate reaction clips for instant engagement, followed by detailed analysis videos explaining motivations, beats, and strategy. Micro content highlighting Moxley's eyes, first actions, or Punk's responses would encourage discussion and viral sharing. Prompts like, "Is Moxley a brilliant long game move or an overused swerve?" keep fans invested while allowing the narrative to unfold deliberately without cheapening the story. Maintaining heat. Without overdoing it, Moxley should remain a controlled threat. Not every attack should be over the top. Precision and consequence are key. Occasional restraint makes his eventual showdown with Punk more impactful. Highlight anchor moments like rooftop brawls, ringside ambushes, or cage match chaos. Slow reveals, teasing recognition without full disclosure, create anticipation that lasts across weeks. These moments become replayable highlights, meme-worthy clips, and shared cultural touch points that strengthen the story's staying power. Potential risks and rewards. Critics might see Moxley's inclusion as WWE using a marquee star to artificially elevate the faction. The solution is simple. The usage must feel narrative-driven and consequential. A short-lived swerve would invite backlash, while a patient story-focused integration can elevate all involved. A well-planned arc ensures the faction dominates. Punk's revenge story resonates, and Moxley strengthens his main event credibility. Mismanagement risks turning the reveal into a one-week shock with no long-term payoff, but careful storytelling could create months of must-watch television. Conclusion: a narrative engine, not a gimmick. Jon Moxley joining the faction and being revealed as Punk's attacker is not just a twist, it's a story engine capable of driving months of premium television. If WWE commits to patient storytelling, cinematic presentation, and thoughtful booking, the angle could culminate in a pay-per-view main event that feels earned and thrilling. Matches, promos, and vignettes can layer tension, build emotional stakes, and provide viral content for online audiences. Whether this scenario plays out on screen or remains a speculative exercise, the principle is clear. Big reveals work best when they have narrative teeth, and Moxley's inclusion could provide exactly that if handled with vision and patience.